Do you feel trapped in the image of someone strong, the one who always carries the weight of others, but who takes care of you? This internal struggle is common, yet rarely discussed. What lies beneath the facade of unshakable strength? Often, what we see is just the tip of the iceberg. Below the surface there exist emotions, vulnerabilities, and a weariness that many fail to notice. The pressure to be strong is a burden that many silently accept. You might feel that you need to be the anchor in a sea of difficulties, while everyone around you seeks refuge in your strength. However, what happens when you can no longer bear that weight? The fear of showing weakness can be paralyzing. This image of invulnerability becomes armor, but at the same time a prison. The silences surrounding this struggle are deafening. You may find yourself thinking about how many times you had to hide your tears or stifle your feelings to maintain this image. It's painful to realize that while you are there for everyone, rarely is anyone there for you. This loneliness is a direct consequence of the expectation that the strong do not need help. What you don't know is that the whisper of a cry for help within you is as valid as any outward scream. When you finally find a safe space to open up, vulnerability can be overwhelming. Revealing that you aren't as strong as you appear can bring relief, but also a new fear, the fear of judgment. Society often glorifies strength, but what happens when that strength becomes a burden? Acknowledging that you don't have to carry everything alone is a crucial step towards freeing yourself from this image. The beauty of vulnerability is that it allows for genuine connections. When you allow yourself to be authentic, others feel comfortable doing the same. This transforms loneliness into empathy and the weight you carry into a shared experience. It serves as a reminder that everyone, at some point, feels lost in their own internal battles. However, breaking through that armor is not easy. Change requires courage. You need to confront what it means to be strong. Being strong is not just about enduring. It's also about knowing when to ask for help. True strength lies in acknowledging your humanity. Embracing your weaknesses and insecurities doesn't diminish who you are. Rather, it adds layers to your story. Remember, the iceberg of strength is vast and deep. What is visible may be impressive, but it is in the depths that the most significant truths are found. What you feel, your struggles and your vulnerabilities are essential parts of you. Don't be afraid to dive into that depth. After all, acknowledging the pain is the first step toward finding freedom. Allow yourself to be human. This is more than just an internal battle. It is an invitation to authenticity. And in doing so, you not only free yourself, but also inspire others to do the same. True strength is that which manifests in vulnerability and connection. Ultimately, each of us needs a safe space to be honest and feel welcomed. As you descend through the layers of your iceberg, you will discover a new kind of strength, one that is not solely based on resilience, but on acceptance and self-love. This inner journey can be challenging, but it is where true transformation resides. It's time to let go of the burden of being unshakable and allow your fragility to become your greatest power. Many feel overwhelmed by the expectation of being the rock in times of crisis. What is often not discussed is the emotional impact that this pressure generates. The need to maintain a facade of strength can lead to a state of mental and emotional exhaustion. This exhaustion can manifest in various ways: anxiety, depression, irritability, and even physical problems like headaches or fatigue. Often the person who seems to be always available for others is the one who needs support the most. It's important to remember that you don't have to be a superhero all the time. Everyone has their weaknesses and limitations. True strength lies in recognizing these limitations and being able to open up about them. This doesn't mean being weak, it means being human. By sharing your struggles, you not only lighten your own load, but also create a space for others to do the same. This exchange of experiences can lead to a sense of community and belonging. When you start to open up, you may realize that many people around you are facing similar challenges. This can be a relief, as it shows that you are not alone in your struggle. It's common for people to feel an urge to help, but often they don't know how. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you give others the opportunity to offer genuine support. This exchange of vulnerabilities can strengthen relationships and create deeper bonds. However, the journey to vulnerability is not simple. The fear of judgment is a powerful barrier. You may wonder how others will react when they find out you are not as strong as you appear. This worry can be paralyzing and lead to silence. Often, People prefer to hide their emotions rather than expose themselves to potential criticism. This cycle of self-criticism and fear can become a difficult pattern to break. An important step to overcome this fear is to challenge your own beliefs about vulnerability. This idea is harmful and can be deconstructed. When observing people who show vulnerability, you might notice that they are not seen as weak, but rather as authentic and courageous. This perception can help shift your view on vulnerability. By accepting that everyone has their struggles, you open the door to more honest and authentic dialogue. This can include conversations about mental health, emotional challenges, and the pressure to be strong. When you allow yourself to talk about these topics, you bring to light issues that many people avoid discussing. This can be incredibly liberating, not just for you, but also for those who will hear your story. Additionally, it is essential to cultivate an environment that fosters vulnerability. This may mean carefully choosing the people with whom you share your feelings. Look for those who are willing to listen without judgment and who offer empathy and understanding. Creating a safe space for open conversations is crucial for building healthy relationships. When people feel safe, vulnerability becomes easier and more natural. Another important aspect is the practice of self-acceptance. This involves recognizing your weaknesses and imperfections without criticizing yourself. Self-compassion is a powerful tool in this process. Instead of harshly judging yourself for not meeting expectations, treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend in need. This can help change the internal narrative you have about yourself and allow you to see your worth regardless of your flaws. Seeking professional help is also a valid option. A therapist or counselor can provide valuable support and guidance as you navigate these complex emotions. Therapy is not just for those in crisis. It's a useful tool for anyone who wants to better understand themselves and their emotions. Professionals can help create strategies to cope with the pressure of being strong and to build emotional resilience. Over time, you may realize that by allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you not only free yourself from the weight you carry, but also become a positive example for others. You can inspire friends, family, and colleagues to open up and connect in a more authentic way. This authenticity can create a positive cycle where more people feel comfortable sharing their struggles and seeking support. Ultimately, true strength isn't about carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, but having the courage to admit when you need help. This is a powerful lesson that can transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. By allowing yourself to be human, you discover that vulnerability is an essential part of the human experience, and that by embracing it, you create space for genuine growth and connection. The journey may be challenging, but the benefits of freeing yourself from the need to be constantly strong are invaluable. It's time to embrace your vulnerability, and in doing so, you will find a new form of strength that is more authentic and powerful. Vulnerability is often misunderstood. In society, being vulnerable is frequently seen as a weakness, but this perception is incorrect. True vulnerability is a sign of courage. It's the recognition that you are human, that you have emotions, and that sometimes you need support. This acceptance is a crucial step toward emotional empowerment. By allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you create space for others to do the same. This exchange not only fosters an environment of acceptance, but also transforms relationship dynamics. Often, the expectation to always be strong leads to a cycle of self-sabotage. You may feel pressured to maintain a facade of invulnerability, but that's not sustainable. The pressure to be the strong one in your life can lead to an accumulation of stress that, if left unaddressed, may result in serious mental health issues. Recognizing that you don't have to carry this weight alone is a crucial step. When you share your struggles, you not only lighten your own load but also allow others to share their experiences and challenges. An important aspect of this journey is communication. Talking openly about your emotions and difficulties may seem daunting, but it's a practice that is worth pursuing. Start with small steps. Share a feeling or a concern with someone you trust. This can be the beginning of a deeper dialogue. Many times, simply verbalizing what you're feeling can bring significant relief. This doesn't mean you need to have all the answers or solutions to the problems you face, but rather that you are willing to explore those feelings. Social support is essential. When you open up to friends or family, you create a support network that can be invaluable. These deep connections not only provide a space to vent, but also offer the opportunity to receive advice and new perspectives. Sharing your difficulties is an invitation for others to do the same, promoting a cycle of empathy and solidarity. This exchange of experiences can strengthen bonds and create a sense of community. Self-compassion also plays a vital role in this process. Instead of criticizing yourself for not being perfect, treat yourself with kindness. Acknowledge that everyone has their tough days and that this is part of the human experience. By practicing self-compassion, you allow yourself to feel without judgment. This practice helps reduce the internal pressure you place on yourself and makes it easier to accept your imperfections. Another way to care for your emotional health is to establish healthy boundaries. Often the people who seem the strongest are the ones who struggle to say no. They may feel overwhelmed by commitments and obligations, which can lead to a state of exhaustion. Learning to say no when necessary is an important skill. This not only protects your well-being, but also allows you to focus on the areas of your life that truly matter. Seeking professional help is a valid and often necessary option. A therapist can provide a safe space for you to explore your emotions without fear of judgment. Therapy is not just for times of crisis. It offers tools that help you better understand your emotional patterns and develop strategies for dealing with the pressure to be strong. Trained professionals can help demystify the idea that being vulnerable is a sign of weakness and reinforce that it is a necessary step for growth. It's common for the fear of judgment to stop people from opening up. However, it's important to remember that most people are more concerned with their own struggles than with yours. By opening up, you may find that many people around you are dealing with similar issues. This recognition can be freeing, as it shows that you are not alone in your difficulties. Additionally, the practice of gratitude can be a powerful tool on the journey to acceptance. Acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of your life, even amidst challenges, can help shift your perspective. This isn't about ignoring your difficulties, but rather about finding a balance between acknowledging what is hard and appreciating what is good. Highlighting your achievements, no matter how small, can offer an emotional boost. Celebrate the small steps you take towards greater authenticity and vulnerability. Every little victory is a sign of progress and an opportunity for growth. Creating an environment that fosters vulnerability also involves support from others. Seek to build relationships with people who share similar values and who are open to honest conversations about emotions and challenges. This can be done through support groups, clubs, or even among friends who value emotional honesty. Vulnerability is not a fixed state. It's an ongoing process. Sometimes you may feel comfortable opening up, while at other times it might be difficult. This is normal. The important thing is to keep practicing and creating a safe space for yourself. Over time, you will notice that vulnerability becomes more natural and that your ability to connect with others expands. Ultimately, true strength lies not in being unshakable, but in being able to recognize your limitations and ask for help when needed. This is a powerful lesson not only for you, but for those observing your journey. By allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you not only free yourself from a burden, but also inspire others to do the same. It's a positive cycle that fosters empathy and connection. When you allow yourself to be human, you discover that vulnerability is an essential part of the human experience, and by accepting it, you create a space for growth and genuine connection with others. The journey may be challenging, but the benefits of freeing yourself from the need to always be strong are invaluable. Vulnerability is an aspect that, when recognized and accepted, can completely transform your life and the way you relate to others. Often, the need to appear strong leads to emotional isolation, where you feel increasingly disconnected from the people around you. This disconnection can be painful, but it's important to understand that you are not alone. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open the door to deeper connections. You may find that others are facing similar challenges, and that by sharing your experiences, you create a space for mutual support. This exchange of stories and feelings can be a powerful relief for both you and those who are listening. When you open up, you also give others permission to do the same, breaking down emotional barriers and fostering an environment of empathy. It's essential to consider that vulnerability is not only healthy, but it is also a skill that can be developed. You can start practicing with small interactions, such as sharing a thought or a concern with someone you trust. Over time, this practice will become more natural, and you will feel more comfortable expressing your emotions. Remember that, just like any other skill, vulnerability requires practice and patience. You may also benefit from seeking out environments that encourage vulnerability. This means surrounding yourself with people who value authenticity and emotional openness. Support groups, close friends, or even work environments that promote open communication can be crucial. When you feel safe to express yourself, vulnerability becomes less intimidating and can lead to healthier, more meaningful relationships. Additionally, reflect on your perception of strength. Often, society teaches us that being strong means never showing weakness. This belief is limiting and can lead to a cycle of self-criticism and emotional repression. By changing the way you view strength, you may begin to understand that it is also present in moments of weakness. Being able to ask for help, for example, is a demonstration of strength. This doesn't mean you are less capable. On the contrary, it shows that you recognize your needs and are willing to take care of yourself. Self-compassion is an essential tool in this process. By practicing self-compassion, you give yourself permission to be kind to yourself, just as you would be to a friend. Instead of criticizing yourself for your imperfections, treat yourself with care and understanding. This shift in perspective can ease the pressure you feel to be perfect and allow you to embrace your humanity. When you commit to caring for your emotions, you also become more aware of the emotions of others. This emotional awareness is crucial for building healthy relationships. When you notice someone around you is struggling, you can offer genuine support. This exchange of vulnerabilities creates a positive cycle where people feel seen and heard, and strengthens the connections between you. It's important to recognize that not everyone is ready to embrace vulnerability. Some people may have been conditioned to believe that opening up is a sign of weakness. In these cases, it's vital to be patient and respect everyone's timing. By showing vulnerability, you may inspire others to feel comfortable doing the same, but this can take time. Therapy and professional support are also valuable resources on this journey. A therapist can help you explore your emotions and understand the patterns that prevent you from opening up. Often, the resistance to vulnerability is rooted in past experiences or limiting beliefs that can be unraveled with the right guidance. A professional can offer strategies to confront the fear of judgment and enable you to become more authentic in your interactions. Additionally, cultivating gratitude can be a powerful practice. By focusing on the good things in your life, even amid difficulties, you can shift your perspective and find a sense of hope. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges, but rather recognizing that despite the struggles, there are moments of joy and connection worthy of appreciation. Setting healthy boundaries is also a crucial part of this process. Often, those who feel pressured to be strong have difficulty saying no. Learning to establish clear boundaries is essential for protecting your well-being. It allows you to focus on the areas of your life that truly matter and helps to prevent emotional burnout. As you progress on your journey of acceptance, you may begin to realize that you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. By sharing your struggles, you not only lighten your own load, but also allow others to do the same. This exchange of experiences can strengthen bonds and create a sense of community, where everyone feels supported in their battles. Vulnerability, therefore, should not be seen as a sign of weakness, but as an opportunity for personal growth and strengthening relationships. By embracing your authenticity, you free yourself from the expectations of always being strong and unshakable. This release is a vital step toward your emotional well-being. In the end, remember that we are all human. We all face struggles, and we all need support at some point. By allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you not only free yourself from a burden, but also become a source of inspiration for those around you. This journey is not just about you, it's about creating a space where everyone can be authentic and feel welcomed. True strength lies in connection and empathy, and by embracing your vulnerability, you open the door to a more genuine and meaningful world. Have you ever stopped to think about the importance of being not just strong, but also vulnerable? Often, society pushes us toward an image of self-sufficiency, where strength is the only valued virtue. This expectation can be overwhelming, and over time, can lead to serious mental health issues. The first step to changing this perception is recognizing that vulnerability is not a weakness, but an intrinsic part of the human experience. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you create space for a new kind of interaction. This doesn't mean that you should expose yourself at all costs, but rather that you can choose with whom to share your experiences and feelings. That safe space is essential for you to express yourself without fear of judgment. It's important to cultivate relationships where communication is honest and open. Moreover, it's crucial to understand that vulnerability can be an act of courage. By sharing your struggles, you not only liberate yourself from a burden, but also set an example for those around you. Many people may feel inspired to do the same, creating a more welcoming and understanding environment. This exchange of experiences can indeed strengthen bonds and create deeper connections among friends and family. One of the biggest challenges for those who feel pressured to be strong is the fear of being seen as weak. It's a vicious cycle. You feel compelled to maintain a facade of invulnerability, but this pressure can lead to significant emotional wear and tear. By realizing that this cycle is harmful, you can start adopting a new approach, that it's okay not to be fine all the time. Communication is a powerful tool in this process. By discussing your emotions, you not only express yourself, but also invite others to do the same. This practice may seem difficult at first, but over time it will become more natural. Begin by sharing small concerns with trusted individuals. This can be the start of a deeper and more meaningful dialogue. Setting boundaries is another essential aspect of managing the pressure to be strong. Often, people who feel responsible for everyone around them struggle to say no. However, learning to set clear boundaries is vital for your well-being. This not only protects you from emotional burnout, but also allows you to focus on the areas of your life that truly matter. Self-care should be a priority. This means taking time for yourself, whether through hobbies, physical activities, or moments of relaxation. That time for yourself is crucial for recharging your energy and maintaining balanced mental health. Recognizing that you deserve this time is an important step on the journey to self-acceptance. Seeking professional help can also be a valuable resource on this path. A therapist can provide a safe space for you to explore your emotions and face the challenges that arise when trying to be strong all the time. In addition to helping to demystify the idea that vulnerability is a sign of weakness, the professional can offer practical strategies to cope with both external and internal pressures. Mental health is an essential part of life that is often neglected. The stigma around seeking help still persists, but it's crucial to remember that therapy is not just for those in crisis. It is a valuable tool for anyone who wants to understand themselves better and build emotional resilience. Practicing gratitude is another effective way to shift your perspective. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life, you can find a sense of hope even in difficult times. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but rather acknowledging that despite the struggles, there are moments of joy and connection that deserve to be valued. Additionally, creating an environment that fosters vulnerability involves carefully choosing the people you share your feelings with. Look for those who are willing to listen without judgment, offering empathy and understanding. This connection can be extremely liberating, as it allows you to feel comfortable expressing yourself. By surrounding yourself with people who value authenticity, you also contribute to building a community where vulnerability is accepted and celebrated. This practice not only enriches your relationships, but also creates a space for mutual support. The act of sharing your struggles can result in strengthening bonds, where everyone feels more at ease being authentic. Therefore, vulnerability should be seen as an opportunity, not a weakness. When you open up, you may find that others are facing similar challenges, and that by sharing your experiences, you create a space for mutual support. This exchange not only lightens your own load, but also provides the opportunity to help others. It's also important to remember that vulnerability is not a fixed state. Sometimes you might feel comfortable opening up, while at other times you may find it difficult. This is normal. The key is to keep practicing and creating a safe space for yourself. Over time, you'll notice that vulnerability will become more natural, and your ability to connect with others will expand. Ultimately, true strength does not lie in invulnerability, but in the ability to recognize your limitations and ask for help when needed. This is a powerful lesson that can transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. By allowing yourself to be human, you discover that vulnerability is an essential part of the human experience, and that accepting it creates a space for genuine growth and connection. Every step you take toward this acceptance not only contributes to your well-being, but also inspires others to embark on their own journeys of vulnerability. It's a positive cycle that fosters empathy and understanding, creating a world where everyone can be truly authentic with one another. Vulnerability, often misunderstood, is one of the keys to emotional strength. By embracing it as part of the human condition, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. This acceptance does not come easily, especially in a society that values strength and resilience. It requires a conscious effort to challenge the norms that tell us we must be unshakable. When you decide to allow yourself to feel and express your emotions, you begin to break down the barriers that isolate you. This mindset shift can be a gradual process. You don't have to take huge leaps. Small steps are enough. Talking about your emotions, even if initially in a hesitant way, is a good start. Over time, you'll notice that this practice becomes more natural. It's important to remember that vulnerability doesn't mean exposing yourself to everyone indiscriminately. It's about wisely choosing the people you trust. Sharing your deeper experiences with those who show empathy and understanding can be transformative. Mutual trust creates a safe environment where everyone feels comfortable to open up and share their struggles. One of the barriers many people face when considering vulnerability is the fear of judgment. This fear can be paralyzing and lead to silence. However, when you open up, you may discover that many around you are experiencing similar challenges. This not only provides emotional relief, but also helps create a sense of community. Open dialogue about vulnerability can be a catalyst for significant change. When we start addressing these topics, we begin to dismantle the stigma that often surrounds discussions about emotional health. This conversation needs to be encouraged in various spaces, whether at home, at work, or in social groups. Collective awareness of the importance of sharing emotional struggles can create a more welcoming environment. When people feel safe to express their insecurities, the group dynamics transform, creating deeper and more meaningful connections. This change can be especially valuable in work environments, where the pressure to be constantly productive and strong can be overwhelming. Vulnerability also plays a crucial role in developing empathy. When you allow yourself to be authentic, you invite others to do the same. This not only strengthens relationships, but also promotes a continuous cycle of support and understanding. By sharing your experiences, you give others a chance to feel less alone in their own struggles. This sharing doesn't have to be grand or dramatic. It can be as simple as expressing a feeling or concern in a casual conversation. Authenticity is contagious. When you are true to yourself, you encourage others to do the same. This exchange of experiences can strengthen bonds and create a sense of community. Additionally, the practice of vulnerability can lead to greater self-understanding. By exploring your emotions and challenges, you begin to understand yourself better. This introspection is essential for personal growth. When you reflect on your experiences, you can identify behavior patterns that may be causing you distress. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward change. You can start making choices that align more closely with your values and needs. This may involve saying no to situations that no longer serve your well-being or pursuing new opportunities that better align with who you really are. Another important aspect of vulnerability is self-acceptance. Accepting your imperfections and weaknesses is essential for emotional growth. This means treating yourself with compassion rather than self-criticism. When you allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, you create a space for personal development. Seeking professional help can be a significant step in this journey. A therapist can provide support and guidance as you navigate your feelings. Therapy is not just for times of crisis. It is a valuable tool that can help build emotional resilience. Mental health professionals can teach strategies for coping with life's challenges, helping you understand your emotions better. This support can be crucial, especially when you feel overwhelmed. Additionally, a therapist can help demystify the idea that vulnerability is a sign of weakness. The practice of gratitude can also serve as a powerful ally on the journey of vulnerability. By focusing on the positive aspects of life, even amid difficulties, you can find a sense of hope. This does not mean ignoring the challenges. Rather, it means recognizing that despite them, there are moments of joy that deserve to be appreciated. Establishing healthy boundaries is another key aspect of maintaining your emotional well-being. This involves learning to say no when necessary, avoiding commitments that may lead to burnout. By protecting your emotional space, you allow yourself to focus on the areas of life that truly matter. Over time, as you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you will notice a transformation in your life and your relationships. This journey of self-discovery may have its challenges, but the benefits of freeing yourself from the need to always be strong are invaluable. By embracing your vulnerability, you not only liberate yourself, but also inspire others to do the same. This authenticity can create a cycle of empathy and genuine connection, where everyone feels seen and heard. Creating an environment that fosters vulnerability is an act of courage that can transform your life and the lives of those around you. True strength lies not in being unshakable, but in having the courage to recognize your limitations and ask for help when needed. This shift in perspective can bring new meaning to your interactions and relationships. By allowing yourself to be human, you discover that vulnerability is an essential part of the human experience, and accepting it opens doors to genuine growth and connection. Vulnerability is a fundamental aspect of the human experience that, when embraced, can lead to profound transformation. By allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you not only free yourself from a burden, but also begin to build more authentic relationships. This genuine connection is crucial for creating a support network that can be invaluable in times of crisis. It's common for many people to feel they need to remain strong and unyielding, but this pressure can lead to emotional exhaustion. This exhaustion is not just mental, it can manifest physically, affecting your health and well-being. When you feel overwhelmed, it's important to recognize that you don't have to face everything alone. Sharing your struggles can pave the way for meaningful and deep conversations. By opening up about your emotions, you may discover that many around you are facing similar challenges. This exchange can create a space of empathy and understanding, where everyone feels more comfortable expressing their vulnerabilities. Vulnerability is not a weakness. In fact, it is a sign of courage. When you allow yourself to be authentic, you set a precedent for others to do the same. Creating a safe environment for vulnerability involves carefully choosing the people with whom you share your experiences. It is crucial to surround yourself with individuals who offer support without judgment. When you feel secure, vulnerability becomes a more natural part of your interactions. This space can be created in family settings, workplaces, or in social groups that promote authenticity. Additionally, the practice of self-compassion is a powerful tool on the journey to accepting your vulnerability. When you treat yourself with kindness, you begin to change your internal narrative. This allows you to see your imperfections as normal parts of the human experience rather than flaws to be hidden. This shift in perspective can relieve the pressure you put on yourself and make it easier to accept your emotions. Self-acceptance doesn't mean resigning yourself to your weaknesses, but rather acknowledging them as parts of who you are. This understanding can lead to greater self-awareness and the ability to identify behavior patterns that no longer serve your well-being. By doing so, you can start to make choices that align more with your values and needs. Seeking professional help is often a necessary decision. A therapist can assist in exploring your emotions and understanding the patterns that prevent you from opening up. Therapy is not just for crises, it is a tool that can help develop emotional resilience. Mental health professionals can teach strategies for coping with the pressure to be strong, helping you to better understand your emotions. Furthermore, practicing gratitude can be a powerful tool on the journey to accepting vulnerability. By focusing on the positive aspects of life, even amidst difficulties, you can find a sense of hope. Recognizing that there are moments of joy, even in tough times, can help shift your perspective. Establishing healthy boundaries is another crucial part of this process. Learning to say no when necessary is vital for protecting your emotional well-being. Not only does this help prevent burnout, but it also allows you to focus on the areas of life that truly matter. As you allow yourself to be vulnerable and seek genuine support, you may begin to notice a transformation in your life and relationships. This journey of self-discovery can be challenging, but the benefits of freeing yourself from the expectation of being constantly strong are invaluable. By embracing your vulnerability, you not only find freedom, but also inspire others to do the same. This authenticity creates a cycle of empathy and genuine connection, where everyone feels seen and heard. In the end, true strength lies in the ability to recognize your limitations and ask for help when necessary. This isn't just a lesson for you, but a powerful example for those around you. By allowing yourself to be human, you discover that vulnerability is an essential part of the human experience, creating space for growth and authentic connections. Before you go, do two things right now. Take a deep breath and hold on to what touched your heart today. And if it makes sense, share this story with someone else who needs to hear it.